Welcome everybody to February Coach Mentorship. This is officially our first call. We're so excited to have you guys here, and congrats to you for making the time to get on this call live. You know, all the calls are recorded. You never have to ask if it's going to be recorded. They're all recorded. We always drop the link, but there is something magical about hopping on live. You just feel that need to be a little bit more present in the call, and you have the ability to ask questions and feed off everybody's energy, and it's just always a win. So if you can hop on live, always do, but they are recorded. And then just one more little housekeeping, there's nothing more annoying than 17 people asking for the link for the call, right? And you guys are brand new, so ask for the link today is your pass. But we pay an assistant to post the events for us. She keeps our Facebook page really organized. All the events are always posted in there. Every single link is in that event page. So just get in habit of going to the event section in our Sisterhood Facebook coaches page. And that's where you can see all the events that we have and grab all the links and times and all that good stuff. Because it just makes life easier. So welcome everybody. You are officially a coach. You are officially a CEO. You took the plunge. You said yes. You are in our February Coach Mentorship, and we could not be more excited. There's always an energy to each group, and I can just tell by the way that you guys have been sharing your stories and dropping the reasons why you're here and what you hope to get out of it, that this is going to be an incredible group. I encourage you to lean into that pod. Don't ever feel like you need to scroll up and catch up. Just hop in to where you get into that chat on that specific day, right? There's never a need to catch it all. And I think one of the feelings I remember feeling when I was a brand new coach was oh shit, the notifications, I can't deal, right? So you need to do what works for you. If turning the notifications off is something that's going to help keep you focused and keep you intentional with your time on social, then do that. And just pop into that group once a day, ask questions in there, answer someone's question. If you've done a lot of this training and you already know the answer to someone's question, respond. Just because you just started doesn't mean you're not allowed to know things, right? This is such a collaborative effort. There's diamond coaches in that pod, and there's brand new emerald coaches that just finished a mentorship and are in there because they have someone joining their team. So please be collaborative in that pod. Guys, the very first thing that we tell new coaches, and this is the most magical part about being a coach in the first place, your journey is your job. So congrats on deciding to be a coach. Your health and wellness, your fitness journey is now a really massive part of your job. It's a gift that most of us never knew we needed. I think that when you start coaching, for some people, it's part of it, right? It's I want to be held accountable. I want that additional accountability in my life. So I'm going to start coaching. And over time, as you continue to coach, you're going to realize how big of a gift this is. Because even if you're somebody that has their fitness down, you're going to realize you still have growth. There's still room to grow. There are things in your life. There are phases. There are seasons. There's going to be ups and downs. And this journey is going to help you be stronger through it all. I said on a call recently, your business is going to grow as big as you are willing to grow yourself, because such a big part of your business is going to be your personal journey and how willing you are to lean into it, how willing you are to be authentically looking in the mirror and thinking what do I need to work on next? Because it's most likely the people in your life have those same feelings. So by you showing up, by you focusing in on your own personal journey, that is what is going to kickstart your business. That is what's going to be magnetic to those people watching. Stay focused on your journey. Your entire business is about you. Your journey is your job. And if you take only one message from the first week of coaching, that is it. Your journey is your job. So get excited about it. If you haven't done one of these meal plans, it's time to dive deep into those videos, learn portion fix like the back of your hand, or 2B mindset, set a date, go all in. You know, I would really recommend a month at minimum, and just learn the program, learn your body, feel the results, exude that. That's what's going to be magnetic, right? And you're going to be so thick in your own journey that it's just going to radiate. So I really encourage you, if it's a fitness program, a nutrition program, to pick it, to dive in, to get obsessed, to put your blinders on and know that this is all about you. The next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is sort of the two types of coaches. So we welcome everyone here, whether you have, you know, goals to just pay for your product, or whether you have goals to make this a full-time job. You are absolutely welcome here. But we do sort of want to explain the differences, right? So we call it a hobby coach or a working coach. A hobby coach is someone that wants to have their Shakeology paid for, loves the community, wants to stay accountable, but isn't actively enrolling people, isn't doing those business building activities enough to see the results on the business end. So we call that a hobby coach. The reason I want to call that out, we're gonna gear this training to the working coach for sure, because that's the pace we want to keep, and we want to make sure that we're meeting those women that really want to build something. We're meeting them where they're at. But the reason I want to call out the hobby coach is because, you know, when we first started coaching, we'd see someone start and then stop and be like, oh my God, Shakeology is costing me too much money. Like, I just can't afford to coach. And we were like, what? How does that even make sense? Can't afford to coach. This is about making money. And we realized, oh, well, they're a hobby coach. And guess what? Hobbies cost money. So if you don't want to enroll anyone, if you don't want to treat this like a business, but you love the community and you love the groups and you love all, that's great. You're a hobby coach. You are so welcome here. It's going to cost you your Shakeology if you plan to stay active, right? And then there is a working coach, and that is somebody that wants to try to make something of this. I say this every single mentorship group, guys. When I first started doing this training, my mentor, Jamie, asked me, are you a walker, a jogger, or a runner? And I was like, walker sounds loserish, but runner sounds intimidating. I'm going to go with jogger. I'm a jogger, you know? And that was kind of like my play it safe way of saying, like, I'll see how it goes. Like, I'll see how it goes, you know? Because it's scary to make a big claim. You just started. What? Like, you know, you have no idea what this could become or what it is or what's involved or any of that stuff, right? So it's okay to see how it goes, but I'll urge you, as we go through this training and as you're learning, don't hold yourself back. Don't not do the things because you're unsure, right? It's, if you want to give yourself a fighting chance, if in your belly you're like, I feel like I could probably do this, like I feel like I could probably be good at this, then give it your best shot. I really encourage you to do that. On being an active coach, so whether you're a hobby coach or whether you're a working coach, in order to be active, thanks, babe. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay.
How do you write Valentine's?
Go grab it off one of your Valentines. Pull one out and copy it, okay? Close it up. You need 50 PV. So your purchases, there's a point system that's attached to it. You need 50 PV in order to be an active coach. In order to qualify for the recognition programs that are attached, for Success Club, hopefully you guys have started to dive into the training, for all of that stuff, you need 90 PV. So anybody that is a working coach, you want to have 90 PV on auto ship, which means that it just ships directly to your house. So for most of us, that means drinking Shakeology every single month and having it shipped to your house. And you're never going to stockpile product because you're going to be actually drinking it, right? Like, I remember when I started coaching, I had, you know, I'd signed up as a customer. I got the bag of Shakeology, but I'm not a shake person, so I canceled it right away. And then when I signed up as a coach, I was like, shit, well, what am I going to do with all this? Like, I don't actually want, you know? And so I had to give it a chance. And it's now honestly a staple in my life. It's improved my gut health. It's improved my nutrition, my consistency. It gave me skin in the game, like yada, 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 yada. But you need to give it a chance. If you want to be a Beachbody coach, you have to dive into Beachbody programs, nutrition, and supplements. It doesn't mean you can't use other things too. It doesn't mean you need to be like totally drinking the Kool-Aid and only talking Beachbody, but give the products a chance. And most importantly, I would suggest giving Shakeology a chance. If you have any sort of tummy issues, I would encourage you to try vegan. I drank the whey for a really long time. And when I switched to the vegan Shakeology, even though I'm not vegan, it really made a difference in my system. So if that speaks to you, I would try that. A good tip is to order the sample pack. So, you can order Shakeology in the 30 serving or the 24 pack serving. Order the 20 pack for serving for a while so that you can do the combo flavors and give one of those samples to a friend or a parent or whatever, right? Like, start to think a little bit more smart about the purchases that you are making so that you can make the most of that. And you can go in and edit your flavors, every single month if you wanted. All right, I'm almost done. And then I'm going to pass it to Erin. The training. So hopefully you guys have all logged in. The training is self-led. We've given you that link, and it leads you to the actual training. Erin and I had put together like hours and hours and hours of videos of training for this mentorship program. And then we realized like Beachbody actually has incredible training on its own that we weren't taking advantage of, and they're updating it all the time. And so now we send you guys directly to the Beachbody site. So hopefully you've logged into your coach office, you've clicked on the training tab, and you've started going through those videos. They're short, guys. Like, listen to these videos while you're doing the dishes, while you're folding laundry, like while you're getting your nails done. Like, some of them, it might be like, okay, I need to write that down and loop back to that. But some of them you can really listen to on the go. So make sure you're going through those training videos, because these calls are really going to complement those videos. And if you aren't doing any of the training, then you're just going to be asking questions that you would have learned if you did the training. So it's important that you are a steward of your own business and that you do the training, right? It's going to show you how to sign someone up and what your first goal is. And like, we're going to like talk all the extras about all that stuff, like here as a community, but do your part and do the training. The last thing I want to talk about before I pass it over to Erin is figuring out why the heck you are here. It can't be because someone convinced you to do it. It's not about that. This is about you, and this is about something in your life that you think coaching could enhance. Maybe it's a couple things. Maybe you don't know what that is yet. Maybe that's going to change in a month. For me, when I started, it really was about the accountability. I was desperate to follow through on my fitness and like basically weight loss goals. And so much of my happiness was tied to that number on the scale. I've grown so much since then because of 4 years of pouring into my journey as my job. But that was a big part of my why in the beginning. Maybe it's part of yours. Maybe part of yours is financial. Maybe part of yours is time freedom. That was a big one for me. I saw it, like my coach Kim was already making 6 figures at this business when I started. I saw that and I was like, I could do that. Imagine I could do that. Like, damn, that would change my life. That would allow me to not go back to a 9-to-5 and be able to travel home to Canada whenever I want. Think about why you want to do this. Dream big. You don't have to tell anyone, but write it down. I hope you guys have all sort of found like a notebook and you're writing down your training notes in it. Maybe on the first page you write like why you want to do this. If you could close your eyes and wake up in 6 months, what would success have looked like for you? We're going to talk a lot more about your why throughout your coach journey because it's massive, it's important, and we always loop back to it. But for now, I'm going to pass it over to Erin.
Awesome. Exciting. So excited to have you guys all here. Courtney failed to mention at the beginning, if you guys have any questions, like drop them in the chat. This call is for you. This call is about you. It's about where you're at. This is your opportunity to ask the embarrassing question that you think you're the only one that doesn't know. Newsflash, everybody here is new. Everybody here doesn't know what they're doing. Everybody here is figuring it out. So if you have a question, guarantee somebody else has a question. I had a new coach message me today. She's like, I'm not going to ask on the call. I'm just going to ask here because I'm sure nobody else has this question. Guarantee you somebody else has the same question. Don't message your coach directly, message in the chat so everybody else can benefit from it too. The cool thing about us doing this together as a community is that you're getting perspectives from all different coaches. It's not just me and Courtney, and over the course of these 3 calls, it's not just going to be me and Courtney speaking. There's other amazing, like, veteran coaches here who have great expertise, different perspectives, different advice. So like, tap into that, take advantage of that. You are now a part of this community, lean in. So just going a little bit on the stuff I want to talk about. Courtney shared a little bit of the training plan that we have for you. You'll notice the link that I shared, the majority of this training is focused on action. And I want to be a little real with you guys. You can't learn your way into this business. This business isn't one of those where you're going to like do all the reading, watch all the videos, and then you're going to be like, I'm ready to be a coach. It doesn't work that way. The only way you really learn is by doing and then learning, doing and learning. You can't just watch your videos and learn how to. So much of this is trial and error. So much of this is, like Courtney said, going all in on you and genuinely just sharing that in a way as you trial and error and figure this out. So don't stay stagnant in like waiting for the calls, waiting to watch all the videos, don't get stuck, because ultimately, until you start talking to people, until you start telling people, until you start posting about it, until you start taking action, you're not really doing it yet. So I encourage you to focus on that action item list. Try and stick with that each week to keep yourself advancing and keep yourself moving forward. Okay, question for everybody. And if you have your camera on, put your hand up. How many people here have a full-time job or have kids or have other things in their life and this is not their number one priority? Yeah. So this is, you already have a full plate. You already have a lot going on. And if you're like me, when I first started coaching, I was so obsessed. I was like constantly, my phone's plugged in. Normally I would have it right here, right? Like right in your face all the time. I was so excited to talk to people. I was so excited to like invite people. I was so excited when people would respond that I felt like I was constantly on the phone. And this can happen easily, especially in a business like this, because you get so passionate about it. You get so involved that you want to constantly be doing it. And I want to really encourage you, some like tactical advice that I could give is to set yourself some office hours. Like truly look at your day, think about how like the time that you have all throughout the day. Maybe you work from, maybe you get up, maybe do your workout, then you work from 8 to 4, and then you come home, you have your kids, and then you crash at night, right? Like it almost looks like you have zero time. Figure out in your day when you can like fit in maybe a 20-minute block, a 30-minute block, or an hour block to do this business, and get ruthless in sticking to that time. For me, when I first started, I would take my lunch hour at work and I would sit in we had like silent rooms where it was like literally nothing but a desk in a room. I would sit in there and work my business for that hour. And that was the time that I was super focused on this business. I also would do, once my kids went to bed at night, instead of watching TV and like slothing on the couch with my husband, I would connect with women and work this business, sending my invites, following up, checking in on my challengers. So I was super clear with my husband, super clear with my family, super clear with my coworkers. This is when I'm devoting my time to my business. So as a new business owner, think about when you're going to be devoting time to your business and show up to this business like you show up to your job. You're not just going to skip out on a day because you don't feel like going. Like this is now your business. Your integrity is I don't want to say on the line, but your integrity is in this business. And so create your office hours. Write them down, put them in your calendar, and stick to them. Okay? Now you're maybe thinking like, well, what the hell am I doing during those office hours, right? And Beachbody really helps us out in laying out what activities you're supposed to do every single day. And normally I have it right here, and my office got cleaned and I don't. Courtney, do you have it that you can show it? What we use is the business activity tracker. They now have it virtually. So you can have it virtually in your coach office if you like to just click there. Thank you so much, Court. Or you can print it off. This is the printed off version. It literally has a column for every single day of the week, and it'll tell you exactly the activities that you're going to take every single day as a coach. It starts off by drinking your Shakeology, doing your workout, and then it talks about connecting, inviting, following up. For me, during those office hours, that's what I'm doing. So connecting, inviting, following up. Those are the what we call the income producing activities that will really advance your business. So sit down, create your office hours, get your business activity tracker out, and focus on taking those actions moving forward. Maybe that means turning your notifications off. Maybe that means putting like earbuds in or playing music or whatever it is to help you to stay focused, because I know it's for me and maybe for you. If I'm sitting down with my phone, it's really easy to scroll. It's really easy to scroll. It's really easy to watch other coaches. It's really easy to check in on the chats. It's really easy to maybe like watch everybody else's stories and try and get inspiration. But at the end of the day, you've just wasted your time. At the end of the day, you're not actually working. And if you're going to take that time away from your family or the other activities that you have in your life for this business, then make sure that you're being honest about actually doing business activities during that time. So if you're not sure what those business activities are, pull out that business activity tracker and start checking them off as you go. And for me, I'm like, I love a good check mark. If there's a bunch of empty boxes and I'm sitting down with my to-do list, like it gives me so much pride to check off those boxes. So do that for yourself. Set yourself up for success. Get that list out. Keep your time focused and do those activities during that time. And then walk away being like, I just advanced my business. Okay. One of the first 2 milestones I want to talk to you for your business and where you want to be advancing in this first month. First, you want to make sure that you're hitting Success Club. That is how Beachbody kind of measures our success as coaches every single month. In order to hit Success Club, you are going to have to get Success Club 6 or Success Club 10. To get Success Club 6, you're getting 2 points for every challenge pack you sell. Same for Success Club 10. So if you get Success Club 6, that means you've sold 3 challenge packs. If you get Success Club 10, you've sold 5. Really, they say Success Club 5, but I don't know why, because everybody's hitting 6, okay? So our goal this month is to get a minimum of 3 people with a challenge pack and to help them join Beachbody and join you in this journey. If you hit Success Club every single month over the course of the year, Beachbody gives you gifts and rewards, right? So if you hit it for 1 month, I'm not even sure what the rewards are this year. Courtney, do you remember? Is it a hat the first month? Is it still a hat? Then like a t-shirt. They share all, it's so new in the year. I don't even know what the rewards are this year, but also all the Success Club numbers that you advance each month go towards the Success Club trip. So for instance, in a month, we're going to be going to Dominican Republic. That trip for me is paid for because of the Success Club numbers I had last year. If this is a trip you'd like to join us on next year, then you want to make sure your Success Club numbers are high so that your trip can be paid for too. Every Success Club number or points that you get equals money. Oh God, I'm fumbling over my words. Equals money towards the trip. So that's amazing. So your goal this month is a minimum of 3. If you're really ambitious, I would say 5 new challengers this month. Okay. Your first milestone as a coach is to hit Emerald. And this is super amazing now, because now that Beachbody has preferred clients, in order to hit Emerald, you can watch this on the training videos. You need 2 coaches or 2 preferred clients underneath you. This is absolutely possible. If you're going to hit Success Club this month and you sign up 2, let's say, preferred clients so that they're going to get the discount that you get on their products moving forward, you've already hit Emerald. This is a really amazing and easy way to start advancing your business, really start moving things forward. We actually did a whole team call last week on how to hit Emerald, why hitting Emerald is important. If you are ready to hit the ground running in your business, I really encourage you to loop back to our coach page. Maybe we can even drop it in the chat, the call that we did last week, all about Emerald. It was fire. It was amazing. It's going to give you all the information you need and some ideas on how you can get there. But that's about it. I'm going to pass it over to Jen.
Hey guys, thank you. Okay, so when it comes time to enroll your first customer, raise of hand if you have your camera on. Who has already enrolled someone? Have you already enrolled someone? That's amazing. That's awesome. And if you haven't yet, totally cool, but amazing. So when it comes time to enrolling your first customers, like in our training, we do talk about Share a Cart, which is going to explain like walking you through how to actually do that. But really thinking about whether you're going to be signing them up as a customer or a preferred a preferred customer. So like what Erin was just saying, you really want to be thinking about hitting that first milestone of Emerald and being able to get those 2 coaches or those 2 preferred customers, right? And you want to be thinking about who is going to be using these products, who is going to benefit from this when you're signing them up. If you're signing them up as a customer, they're going to be paying full price for Shakeology or any of the other products if they purchase it past the first month. So I always, when I'm signing someone up, I always love to have the conversation with them about like what their goals are and what they're hoping to achieve. And if I have a feeling that they're going to want to order more Shakeology, then I'm always going to recommend that they sign up as a preferred customer because they're going to get that 25% discount as well. You are going to be one step closer to that milestone of hitting Emerald, which is really exciting. So when you're thinking about like who you're going to get to sign up, think about the people in your life. Hopefully you guys have already started to do this. Hopefully you've literally like grabbed a notebook and started writing down the names of people who like family, friends, your best friends, your siblings, cousins, like all of those people that you think could benefit from this. And my biggest piece of advice, don't rule anyone out. Try to really not prejudge, because I know for me, 2 of my first most loyal Shakeology buyers for the first like year of my business were my husband's 60-year-old aunts. And they signed up to do like 80-day obsession. And I was just like baffled, but I was like, all right, like, come on in, let's do this. So really don't rule anyone out when you really are thinking about who this could benefit and how it's benefited you. Yeah, and Erin said like her parents too. So really think about that. When it comes to thinking about like hitting Emerald, and, you know, we talked about it in the Emerald call about signing up your spouse as one of your PCs, one of your coaches, as well as like, think about the people in your life that you want to do this with. I remember when Courtney first started coaching, she would like say to me like pretty early on, like, Jen, coach with me, like, let's do this. And I was a teacher at the time, and I was just like, no, like, good for you, not for me, thanks so much. And then the more she kept giving me kind of the reasons, like, don't you want to do this together? Don't you want to go on these vacations together? Like, wouldn't that be incredible? And the more I really came around to it, and now look at us, we've been going on all these trips together. It's been incredible. Like, one of my best friends is my coworker. So think about that. Think about the people in your life that you want to do business with, that you want to do life with in this business. It's a pretty cool opportunity we have that we get to choose our coworkers. So I really want to encourage you to invite them and really like share with them why you want them to join you. Like, what do you see with you guys being able to do it? And even toss it out with like the, hey, you know, I just got started. I might not know exactly what I'm doing, but I know I want to do this with you. I know that you would fit in with this coach community. I know you would love this. So let's do it together. The other thing I want to talk to you about is your coming out post. So if you haven't done one yet, now is a great time soon to do that. You know, we like to do something called curiosity marketing, which means when you're sharing on social, really try to not say Beachbody, try to not say Shakeology, try to not say the names of our products, because it allows people the opportunity to get curious about what it is that you're doing. So in your coming out post, you know, share about what it's doing for you. Share about why you're starting this. What is happening with your journey right now that's brought you to this place where you want to share this gift with other people. And just don't mention Beachbody in that, because that's when people come to you and they say, like, what is it that you're doing? Like, what is it that you're doing? What is this superfood shake that makes you feel so great? What is that like mama juice you're drinking each morning, you know? So really try to kind of elicit that curiosity, but really, like Courtney said, you know, your journey is your job. And so in your post, really highlighting that, highlighting where you were in the beginning and where you've come to and where you're going. Sorry about my kids. And then finally, the last one I want to talk to you about is coming up with a brief little email that you can share with friends and family that's all about like if they want more info. So having something to offer people, often I find that like we hesitate to invite when we don't know what we're going to give people if they say yes, right? Like we're like, oh crap, what am I going to do if people say yes to this, right? What am I going to send them? What am I going to tell them? So draft up a little email that you can send to them that gives some more info about your community, about what you're doing, about what you can do as a coach to offer support for them, and how you think this will benefit them. So that when friends and family come to you and they say, sure, yeah, tell me a bit more about what you're doing, you have something that you can actually share with them. You have something that you can offer them. I think that's about all that I've got.
One of the things that I just want to add to your coming out post is not to publicly invite people to join you just yet. And this is a tip we only started giving like 6 months ago. Like, we've evolved as network marketers and as a team of coaches, and we're learning and we're seeing what works best. And honestly, guys, I would show up on social for 30 days straight and share your journey. Make your coming out post about you and about your intention to share your journey. Don't expect something from your audience on day one. Be vulnerable enough to just make a claim that you're about to share your journey, that you're about to be accountable on here, and you're about to take them along for the ride. It's not about them yet. It's about you, right? They're not ready to join you. They're just not. You just showed up in this space. All of a sudden, you decided you're going to be a Beachbody coach, but that doesn't mean that all of a sudden everyone in your network is ready to do that with you. So do the post about you, about your intention, follow it up with posting every single day on your social, whether that's in your stories, try to do as many posts in your grid as you can, but in your stories for sure, try to show up every single day for the next 30 days. And then after that, you're going to have built some credibility, some consistency. You're going to have really surprised some people, and it will feel more natural to publicly invite them. Like, don't forget, you're not some like influencer that can now pop up a poll and swipe, everyone's going to join you. Okay. You're just a girl ready to share her journey and who's going to be so vulnerable that it will inspire others, I promise. Okay. So do not forget that you're starting small. You're starting exactly where you're at, just like we all did. And I think that that's really important to acknowledge. It's not time to pretend you're a professional. It's time to start small. Mariana asked a question I think we should talk about, which was if she can invite people to her coaches group or if she should start her own group. And honestly, when we started this business 4 years ago, we always said, no, join our group. Put your people in our group. Like, we're already doing it. Come. And now we don't have anybody add people to our group, because what we've realized is it's not about what we've already built. It's about what you are about to build on your own. And you don't need a big community. You don't need to be a professional or have any of the tools. You just need yourself, your intentions, and a couple people. Your first group could have 2 or 3 people in it, and that might be the best group you ever run, because those are your immediate people, right? So I would really encourage you to start your own group, whether that's on bod groups or on Facebook or in a chat pod, or if it's like your 2 sisters, maybe it's a text string. It doesn't have to look like what my group looks like or what someone else's group looks like. This is just your first little thing as a coach, right? And so I would really encourage you to own it that way. Erin, did you want to jump in?
Sorry, my screen was moved over, so I was just hitting the unmute. Question here from Kelly. I have only been able to story early in the morning, and then when my daycare kids are napping. Is that enough? Whatever you're able to do at this point is enough. Like, we say on average, try and share 7 to 10 stories a day if you can, and just do them periodically throughout the day. For me, when I was working full time, I was dark all day while I was at work. So I would do my workout, share that in the morning. I honestly would would listen to personal development on my way to work. And then as I was walking into work, I would talk about what I just learned or talk about what I was listening to. Maybe after work, I would do something, or later at night, I would share like a quote or what my kids were doing or what we were doing as a family or what I was eating. Like the more you share about you, the more people get to know you yourself. You want it to be a little bit more than just the workouts, right? If you're just sharing the workouts, then people eventually are like, oh, I get it. It's like, it becomes a little bit mundane because they see it every single day, which is amazing. And it's planting seeds, and that's what you want to do. But there is something to say about adding a little bit more of your life, adding a little bit more of what's going on in your world so that people get to know you outside of the workouts as well. So do what you can. Obviously, like, you have daycare and you're busy. And so do what you can during that time, but
one
7
thing
to 10 is great.
that helped me in the beginning too was just taking footage and posting it later. So like, for example, you're a daycare mom. That means you're making kids lunch every single day. And you know what? There's a lot of moms out there that want ideas to make their kids lunch. So making sure that that's an opportunity for you, like just take some pictures of their lunch, like daycare lunch for the day or whatever, and then you can post that later, right? Or maybe as a daycare provider, you're constantly watching all these kids and you have no time to take care of yourself. So before, you need to have your meals planned and ready for the day so that you don't get off track in your own nutrition plan. So that's a really good like value added tip, right? So just try to like think about those opportunities ahead of time, take the footage, but then just put your phone down and post it later.
You really like, don't put so much pressure on yourself to have like really exciting stories. Stories is really just a behind the scenes sneak peek into your life. Just look at it as a way of documenting your day, documenting your journey, documenting what you're doing. Like Courtney said, if you're making a healthy snack for your kids, if you're making something for yourself, or even if you're like doing your water, like just document it. Take the pressure off and just allow yourself to take pictures throughout your day, videos throughout your day of you documenting your life.
And while you take the pressure off, put a little bit of pressure on, because I'm going to let you know that posting a sweaty selfie is not enough. Okay. It's not enough. And we're going to talk about social media. That's down the line, but creep a little bit outside your comfort zone and, try to post a couple little things about your day, like Erin mentioned. I think that was a lot.
Yeah, that was a great call. We are excited to do this with you guys. Please lean into the chat, ask your questions there. If you're doing a post and you're like, because I know for me, almost every post I wrote, I would send to Courtney first to be like, is this embarrassing? Should I post this? Share your post in the chat. Ask for third-party opinion. Ask for honest opinion. Like Courtney and I created the sisterhood with the mindset of sisters are ruthlessly honest with each other. It's a very connected, collaborative group, but we're honest and real with you. So if there's something there that we're like, ooh, I wouldn't do that, we will tell you. So please lean into the group, ask your questions. This is your opportunity to do this together, get to know each other.
And like that first picture you're posting, guys, share it in the group. Like, I will shut you down and tell you need to retake the picture if it's like from here up and blurry and sucks. Okay, like we want you to come out in the most incredible, authentic way that makes you shine. So if you need some encouragement or advice, drop it in that chat, and if nobody answers, tag me and I'll hurt your feelings for you, which will actually help you grow. Bye guys, so excited for you.